with you and they can prove, your residency and so forth. You may have some type of, ID card, I don't know. And then you have, two-part exam, 100% on the signs, 80% on the general knowledge, and then more than 50% of the people fail the first time. And I think a lot of that is because people just think, you know, oh, I know this, but there's probably things on the knowledge part that you need to just read over that you'll probably remember if you get a question. So this was a big word for me. You live in a different world. I live before cell phones, so the rule at my house was when you can drive, you can go. So when I finally got my license and I could get in the car and go by myself, then I could go from A to B. Until then, I was not allowed to go anywhere with anybody. That was just a rule. So it very much was freedom to me. You have a lot more access to social things than, you know, many years ago. I've never done the range part, the road part. I don't want to do the road part. I have a hard enough time riding with my own kids. And it may be different with you all, but I don't know how it would be if I got in the car to do it and somebody really hadn't, you know, practiced a whole lot. And I seen a student when I observed up at the range at Philadelphia Collinsville Middle School. Got in the car. You could tell they never had really been in a car much. And that's the whole purpose of this process, is for you to gain experience. And like I told you, you gotta dodge all the crazies out there that are like 22 and older. And if you pay attention now, you'll see people in and out and just real aggressive. And this is what I already told you. If you do fail the learner's permit test, you gotta wait 15 calendar days. That's counting Saturdays and Sundays. If you're 18 or older, you can wait 15 days or pay $2 and retake it. All right, so if you fail it 3 times, you gotta complete a driver education course. Other than this one, that's what that means. And then you'll be allowed to retake it. But if you take it 3 times and you're still in this class, you get a 4th try. All I have to do is give you that green card. Okay? That's why if you can get up there now, you need to do so. If you're eligible. I wouldn't just, oh, he said go. You need to take a couple of 3 days and read over the book. Let me go back. Well, then the class is gonna cost you about $200 or more, I don't know. My younger son had to do it. He went 4 hours on a Saturday and 4 hours on a Sunday. And then he passed the test, but I don't know. If you just take some time and study before you go take it, you'll take it. I mean, you'll pass it. Then you're gonna have to do a vision test. And I don't know if you wear glasses, contacts, or whatever, take them with you. If they determine that you need that to drive, it'll be on your license, and then you get a photo. I don't know, mine's terrible from the other day. And then it's like $35. If you go and you pass it and you don't have the money, you can just go back when you have the money. They know you passed it. I mean, so don't let that be an issue. Just because you go and take and pass it, you don't get your learners until you pay them the money. If you pass and you go, I don't have the money today, they'll tell you probably come back when you got it. Then you'll be asked, you want to be an organ donor.
No.
If you don't, that's fine. When I turned, hey, put it away. I don't want to tell you again. When I got 16, I've been an organ donor all my life. I don't see why not. You may have your own reasons why. That's fine. If you choose not to, I think it's a good idea. I think both of my sons did the same thing. I let them make the choice. but
What's an organ donor?
An organ donor's like, an organ donor's like this, like when you die, like when you're dying, you're.
I look at it this way, it would be
Your organs
terrible.
basically become like your.
Okay, hold on, so you're talking.
Or your organs basically, or when you die, when you.
It would be
They
terrible.
get you open and they remove your organs.
It would be terrible for me to lose one of my kids, but I would to think that, yeah, they're gone, they're not here, but if some part of them is still with somebody else and it gives them life or whatever, then that would, I don't know, it might make me, I don't know, might help me get through it, I don't know. So they have the technology to do it. Question? Do what? But there's a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of myths out there about becoming an organ donor. It's not like if you go in, if you're in a wreck or something, and they carry you to the hospital, and the doctor comes in and goes, oh, they're pretty bad. I need a kidney down the hallway here, so, a doctor they're gonna try to save your life. So that's a myth that's out there. It's not true. And that's pretty much what your license is gonna look like. It's gonna say learn from them at the top. And these are just some facts. I'm not gonna read these to you. You can look at them. Some people have thought that. Some people, because of religious reasons, don't do it, and that's fine. It's your choice. It's not like you have to do this. It's just something that you choose to do. It'll just be marked on your license. All right, I was going to write this up here and do it like put it on the other side and let you do it like a bell ringer when you come in, but so much going on. I knew Miss Hayes was coming too, so. Anyway, what can you do with a learner's permit? Okay, of course, you can drive, but you have to have a licensed driver with you. Now, what are the stipulations? If they're 21 and older, it can be anybody. In other words, if you have a learner's permit, I can take you out, you can get in my truck, as long as I'm in the front seat, you can drive. Now, if you got a friend that's 19 or 20 years old, that won't work. Now, if you have a family member who's at least 18, they can do that. But it has to be a family member, or they have to be 21. All right, as I said, you're gonna get a license like this. So the one you go get now, those of you that have your learners, it says learner's permit. And then once you get through this class and you take road, then you'll be given a piece of paper. That piece of paper and this copy like this, that's your license for 6 months. You have to keep the two together. After 6 months, you'll go to court and you'll turn in this in the paper, and the judge will give your license to your parent or guardian, because you're not 18. And then when you get 21, you go back to the DMV, and you get the horizontal one. Then you probably want to get the star, because that allows you to go on an army base. It allows you to get on a plane. Now, I don't, like getting into politics and everything like that, it's all kind of crazy, but anyway, for whatever reason, they decided to do that. My younger son's in the Air Force, so, and they sometimes get on a plane, so I made sure I got my star on my license, and it's just a star, and it's right here in the top right-hand corner. And so this like when you go, like for example, this tells everybody that you're not 21. So like if you try to purchase alcohol and you show a mess, that won't work. Let me give you a little bit of advice too. If you do go away somewhere, just move away, or if you go to college, don't try to use a fake one. cause you don't wanna get caught with a fake ID.